Hello everyone, today we're going to be doing a review on the iYoyo slash Throwback Steel Toys Spire yo-yo. This is an off-string yo-yo and it's become one of my favorites in my collection, so let's get started. Alrighty guys, so this is the Spire right here. Now, I do not have the packaging for it, unfortunately. I got this yo-yo a little while back. So it came in a black bag, though, just so you can kind of picture that. It came in a black bag with a little tie. You just kind of open it up and pull the yo-yo out. So yeah, with the shape of this thing, it's basically like the shape of a lot of other off-string yo-yos. This one is made out of polycarbonate and not some of the other plastics that Yo-Yo Factory has used, like these, the Flight and the Airwave and stuff, if you're used to those. And then shape-wise, it basically has the same shape as a lot of other iYoyo yo-yos. It's got some different, few differences, like this lip here. Now, talking about the lip and the dimple, it does have a really nice metal finger spin dimple right there, and then this lip that comes up from the middle, so you can do your thumb grinds. And then this here doesn't really have a lip, so there's not really any way you can catch your thumb on that. But this middle part where I'm touching here, this does have a lip, so you could just stick your thumb right there, and that's really great for thumb grinds. It's pretty wide, and it also, if you're looking at it like this, you could also do your finger grinds pretty well. So yeah, alrighty, well, I'm ready to try this, show you how this thing plays. I'm really, really excited about it. In fact, I love this yo-yo so much that I actually have two of them. And I'm actually going to get a third one for Christmas. And so you can just see how much I actually enjoy this yo-yo. 4A is my preferred style. I like 1A and 4A, honestly. And so, this is my favorite yo-yo I found so far. I bought quite a few off-strings. This is my favorite so far. And so, yeah, I'm just really happy with it. And the price is really acceptable. We'll talk about that here in the later part of the video. But anyway, let's get started on how this thing plays. Alrighty, guys, so let's talk about how this thing plays. So a little backstory on how I got into this yo-yo. I originally had bought a Duncan Skyhawk as my first off-string yo-yo, and I actually regretted it horribly. What the deal was is it didn't actually teach me how to throw, catch, and bind like an off-string yo-yo is supposed to, and I kept dropping it like normal, and it ended up breaking in half after only having it for 4 months, and it was dropping on the hardwood floor. This thing I play in the same environment, and it is literally just never breaks. I drop it just as much. It taught me how to do all my awesome tricks, and I'm just really happy with it. It whips really well, like I just showed you there in those two whip tricks. Now talking about regens, because a lot of you advanced players are probably thinking about regens. It regenerates and recaptures. It recaptures really well when I don't. So that's a good sign. Alrighty, now after the Duncan Skyhawk, of course, going back to that story, I had to throw it away, of course, because it broke. And I bought a Spire. I've been happy with it ever since. I've tried other off-string yo-yos, and they haven't lived up to how wonderful this yo-yo is. Like I said earlier, I loved it so much I bought two. Now it is really good for basically every one of your off-string tricks. It's going to be really good for. I'm just really happy with this yo-yo. I just love it. There really isn't anything that I really just wish this yo-yo had that the other yo-yos don't have or do have. Now another thing I want to talk about before we end this video is spacers. This yo-yo will come with spacers. It comes with let me see if I can find them here. It comes with a blue and silver spacers. Now, here's a blue one right here. Sorry, they're kind of hard to get out. There's a blue one right there. These are wider spacers. Now, what these spacers do, you will want to put them in your yo-yo to, of course, stop the bearing from sticking to the sides of the yo-yo with off-string. And so this is a wider one, so it'll make the gap wider. You'll get 2 blue and 2 silver. You want to put one on this side and, of course, one on this side. Now, 2 blue will make the gap width wider, so it'll let more string go into the gap of the yo-yo. However, it won't have very consistent binds. 2 silver will let less string into the gap of the yo-yo, more consistent binds, more snappy stuff. And you can also do one blue and one silver if that's what you prefer. That's what I do. I do one blue, one silver because it has a mix between being super snappy, but also not snagging when I don't want it to. So we're talking about finger spins on this yo-yo. Now I'm still working on these, so I can't be a professional, you know, I can't really tell you very good how this yo-yo is going to play just because I'm still working on them. However, it is helping me learn how to do it, so I'm actually pretty happy with it, how it is. See, I'm still working on it. It's kind of hard to whip the string with this, so that's what I'm working on right now. I'm going to get better at it. So anyway, I can get it on my finger. I'm just working on getting it to come back because you got to whip the whole slack. You can't just whip just a little bit like a 1A yo-yo. So anyways, that is my review on the iYoyo / Throwback Steel Toy Spire. If you are thinking of getting into Offstring yo-yo, buy a Spire. If you're an advanced player looking to up your game, like you have like a crappy yo-yo, then buy a Spire. Now, one more thing regarding the Flight and the Airwave, talking about those because those are really popular Yo-Yo Factory yo-yos. I love Yo-Yo Factory. They're one of my favorite brands in the business. I love them, love their products. However, I can't recommend those yo-yos over the Spire. They're about the same price. This might be a little bit more expensive. At $37, you can't go wrong with this yo-yo. It's just the best in the market. Okay. Well, I guess that about concludes this video. I hope I persuade you to purchase a Spire. And if you have a Spire and you're not really doing great with it and you're thinking it's the yo-yo's fault, it's not the yo-yo's fault. This yo-yo is great. So yeah, one more thing I want to tell you real quick. When you buy a Spire, the spacers, I can't show you in the video because it's too tiny of detail. But with the Spire spacers, there's going to be one side that has a little hump, and then there's one side that's going to be completely flat. Now, when I first got these, I thought it was broken because I accidentally put these spacers in backwards, and it won't spin very good. It won't spin at all. So you want to make sure that the spot with the bump on the spacers is facing up. You want the flat part, the part that has completely flat, to go into the yo-yo so it's facing down. That's just one last thing I wanted to tell you. So it's not a broken yo-yo. It's just you need to put the spacers in correctly. And that goes for both silver and blue. Alrighty, so thank you so much for watching this video, and please subscribe for more. We'll see you next time.